What up, though? Ledge here, chill with me. Back with my final recap on the showcase that happened over the weekend for URLTV on caffeine. Speaking of caffeine, shout out to one of the channels, Pig Stand. Yeah. I like the merch. Thanks a lot to the crew over there, repping them for a minute. You know what I mean? Yeah, we just gonna get into it, man. The first battle up was Rum Nitty versus Drugs. Rum Nitty put it on record that he was the one that came to URL and said, "Hey, I want to battle Drugs," because he felt like Drugs was overlooked and he thought he was nice. And that's a lot. That's kind of like what I said before. Our view, the fans' view, the supporters' view of a certain MC is much different than how their peers see them. You get what I'm saying? So while some people might not think Drugs is all that, his peers are pretty fond of him. And case in point, Rum Nitty, one of the most respected elite guys in the game, thinks highly of his pen. So they went toe to toe, 3 rounds, really solid battle, solid battle. I gave in the end, I gave it to Rum, but I will say, I thought he lost the first. I definitely thought he lost the first. I thought Drugs came out the way I said. I felt like in order to gain people respect and attention throughout the rounds was to have a strong first. Honestly, his first probably would have had to have been his best round, and it was. His first was his best round, and it had to be because the minute you have a light first round and they give Nitty that round, they're gonna tune you out for your next two. So keep them interested. Keep them interested, and I feel like he did his job. He did his numbers. He had some real good material in that first, man. Drugs was good. Drugs was good, but I just think Rum was going a couple of more miles per hour each round faster, getting in and out of punches. Delivery was good. Performance was really good. And second and third round, I just thought he put his foot on the gas a little bit and kind of excelled over Drugs. But I feel like Drugs material was getting a little. I wouldn't say weaker. Well, I would say weaker, but not like in a bad way. It wasn't. He didn't say anything that was trashing me. It wasn't enough consistent dope material throughout a whole round as it was in the first. So I gave Rum the second and the third pretty clearly. Gave Drugs a pretty nice comfortable lead in the first. So I got a 2-1 Rum Nitty. Solid battle. We move on to the next battle, which was Jada Nightwing versus Shotgun Suge. This is the one. By the way, I was 1-0 going into this matchup. I had picked Suge to beat Jada Nightwing 2-1. And I had to get that man Jay Nightwing a public apology, man. This is my second time going against Jay. I can't keep doing that. Can't keep doing that because he is shutting me and a lot of people up, man. First round though, very close. I kind of edged it towards Suge. I just felt like Jay. It wasn't like Jay lacked confidence. He was confident the whole time. It's just his material was choppy. It's like he didn't know. It's almost like he forgot where certain parts, not where they were, but how he said them. Because when you rehearse these bars, man, a lot of times you say them a certain way when you're rehearsing them, and sometimes you don't say them the way that it was meant to be said. Come battle time, and I felt like that a few times in the first round, and it made it a little choppy. I feel like Suge was ultra confident in the first, ultra confident. But there's like a little part towards the end, and my tweet is up. I can delete it, but I won't delete it. I will not delete it. I said, like Suge is pacing back and forth. I sense a jersey coming. The tweet is up there. I put it up there, and I was just like, oh, don't tell me something in the second round. Second round comes. Jay the Nightwing hits another level. He raps really, really well, and he raps with conviction, and he just raps with so much poise. He's not starstruck, and it's like he can scheme, he can punch, but he can just rap, period, even if he's not doing either. Like, if he's not scheming or punching, he can still just rap very well to keep you engaged. And I think keeping us engaged throughout a round is very hard to do when you're not punching. That just lets you know how talented of an MC you are. So he was doing that, and he got Suge up out of there. Second round, Suge goes, and the material just wasn't there. It just weren't there. I'm shocked. Somebody said that Suge said he felt he, looking back, he thought he won the second round. I don't see how. He jerseyed pretty early, and I spoke it up, man. I spoke it up into existence. He was definitely rocking back and forth, trying to figure it out. This is how you know when Suge is about to jersey or choke or whatever. When you see him pacing back and forth and he's not even looking at his opponent, like with 2-3, and he closing his eyes and he's looking down, like I do this and he's like got his eyes squinting and he's like looking down and he's like, yeah, yeah. And I said, I'm like, oh shit, oh shit, it's happening. Jersey, uh, bad round. Third round was just more the same. Nightwing Jay took it to another level. He was trying to get him up out of here, man. In the words of my man Ben Swayze, he was trying to pack him up, and got him out of there. Got him out of there. Third round, Suge just didn't have anything left in the tank. Jersey pretty early, and was upset with himself to the point where he said, "Man, I'm done." To had a lot of people alluding to him like retiring, to him saying I'm done, and we none of us knew what it meant, but it was on the screen. They didn't like cut it short, and everybody heard him say, "Man, I'm done." So a lot of speculation. Does he mean, "Man, I'm done with my round, I'm done with this lack of preparation, or I'm done with battle rap, period"? Somebody said there was on 15 Minutes of Fame or Hip Hop is Real. I can't remember which one, where they said that he alluded to, like he walked up to drugs, basically saying that he's done with this battle rap stuff. So I don't know. But then he went on Twitter and said he's not retiring. He want to redeem himself. He want a rookie immediately, and I believe he named real name Brandon, one of the big time rising talents on the West Coast, who I guess in this format would be considered a rookie, even though he's been out for a while. He wants smoke with real name Brandon or somebody. I guess he wants another one of those youngsters to really show him the real shotgun Suge. So we'll see. But for now, he has to hold that L, man. He has to. He really does. But salute to Jay the Nightwing. I'm looking forward to him battling somebody else, man. I want to see it. He's been barking up John tree. John the Don is paying attention to you, Jay. But be careful. John ain't gonna jersey. John gonna have angles. He's gonna have punches. He's gonna rap really well. Jay, be careful. Take this W. Go the other way. Not John's way. Go the other way. It's my opinion. Jay, don't do it. Don't do it. All right. Next matchup, the final matchup on the card, was who was it? Chilla Jones versus Jerry West. I don't know why I said who was it. It was the best battle of the night. Everybody pretty much thought so going into this. It lived up to the hype. People, y'all really have to stop calling things classic right out the gate. Now, you do have the feeling when something is like an instant classic. Like, you feel it. I felt that way with Iron and Rum. Right out. Like, that's, you know what that is. I knew what it was for Light and Rock. This didn't give me that feeling. I just thought it was a really good battle. And it's okay for stuff to just be really good. We don't have to call it classic. We just call it really good. And it was a really good battle, man. I thought out the gate, I thought Jerry West set a tone that I wasn't quite sure that Chilla was going to, because I'm like, Jerry West, if he's rapping like this in the first, he's going to be like this all 3 rounds. Because Jerry West is all momentum, and what you see is what you get. kind of like the opposite end of when he battled Rum Nitty. If his first round isn't like dynamic, he's probably going to be around that 7 to 7.5 level of execution and dynamic punching. But he came out the gate with like a strong 8, and I'm like, that means he might get better each round or something like that. I don't know if Chilla can match this 2 out of 3 rounds. We're gonna see. Even though I picked Chilla. So first round was strong from Jerry West. Had me a little like, Chilla, he coming to play. Chilla came out right in the mouth with it, like, yo, I'm here. And he didn't let us foot off the gas at all, man. Chilla Jones, in my opinion, is champion of the year as it stands right now. If they're doing one. Black hasn't confirmed nor denied it, so I'm not like saying this is concrete. I'm just saying if they have plans on doing a champion of the year, as it stands right now, August 10th, 2020, Chilla Jones is champion of the year, man. And it's no disrespect. I know I was on an interview with Kid Chaos, and he said you gotta include Fonz. Fonz would probably be second, top 3 for sure, because you go through a tournament where you're battling every 2 weeks against really good competition. You can't be outside of the top 3. So he's definitely in the consideration. But Chilla, man, it's not really how much. It's quality over quantity. Not saying that Fonz didn't have quality, but it's the level of competition and how good every round has been since he's been in the URL. Since he's been back. Now, obviously, you wouldn't count his battle versus Rum, because that was last year. All 3 rounds versus Twerk, they hit. For the most part, all 3 rounds, although Geechee won the second round, I thought his rounds versus Geechee were good. And this battle was no exception. First round, potent. And Jerry West heard that, elevated in the second round, which I thought, this is one of those rounds where you was like, there's no way he's going to, like, there's a fine margin within this second round. Jerry West elevated so much from his first to the second. I kind of was in my head like, oh, it's about to be 1-1 going into the third. That's how I saw it after Jerry West was done. It's about to be 1-1 going to the third. I'm thinking Chilla probably got a light round, and he's going to maneuver that into the second because Jerry was bombing on him in the second. Then came like a pre-mid rebuttal. I don't know if it was a pre-buttal he had stashed, but the whole scammer, because Jerry West, he what he did in his priors, talking about being a scammer, I am a schemer, and all that. Like, being a scammer is Chilla flipped that, man. Chilla flipped the schemer shit, man. He flipped it. It was crazy. I'm not gonna give away bars like that. I try not to. Sometimes I slip. I'm not. Just when the battle comes, you're second round. There's a rebuttal to the whole being a scammer is a schemer line, and it was outstanding, and it was so well put, and it was in the middle of the round. It wasn't like out the gate. And then after that, he took all the way off. All the way off. Jerry West is down 2-0. Chilla already won the battle. Question is, was it a 30 clip? Was it a gentleman? It wasn't a body. Was it a gentleman's 30 clip? Or do you guys give Jerry West the third round? It feels like a 30. But Jerry West was so good in that third, it's hard to say. But then Chilla comes with this comparison of Jerry West in comparison to the actual Jerry West, the basketball player, about, he had a couple of angles about how Jerry West was like 1-8 in the finals, how he was really a loser, how, Jerry West in all-time scoring, there's 2 people ahead of him, and they're both on his team. And he was talking about that in comparisons to Jerry West, the battle rapper, joining EFB. How, like, you're nice, but even as nice as you are, you still got Rum and Geechee ahead of you. Like, he broke it down magnificently. It was good. Really, really good, man. I might have to give. I might have. Yo, man, it ain't no participation trophies, man. I gave Chilla all three rounds. He got it, man. He got it. Chilla just on one right now. I said it when the battle was announced. I tweeted it out. I'm like, this is going to be dope. Salute to Jerry West, but Chilla been on one lately, and he was on one, man. He was on one. So that concluded the night. I don't know. I thought Ryder and Loso was the same night, but apparently not. Now this week we got the conclusion of Ultimate Madness 2. So I'm gonna give my man Nico, voice of the West. A lot of people was entertained by him for the first round, bringing my guy back, and we're gonna do predictions for the next round. And you should be getting that either Friday, sometime either in the morning or later at night. I'll figure that out soon, so be looking out for your notifications and all that. Keep subscribing to the channel, keep supporting the channel, and yeah. Also, Saturday, for every URLTV caffeine event, I'll do a pre-show and a post-show on caffeine. So 4 p.m. Eastern time, that's when the event starts. You can check me out over there around 3:30, probably 3:30 p.m. Eastern time doing the pre-show. Just checking the temperature of the people. And then afterwards, I'm right back with it, all right, for the post-show to see, was y'all predictions right? Was I wrong, and where do we go from there? So, yeah, that's every URL event that's on caffeine. I'll be doing the pre-show and the post-show, too. Again, and salute to Jay Black for sending people my way. I thought that was very noble and very respectable, man. I appreciate that, alley-oop. I think I delivered on that assist. But, yeah, man, I appreciate the love and support from the people. And that's it, man. We're going to keep it moving. Probably some more interviews along the way. Check me out also on T7M Radio. That's Seven Mitchell's channel. We do a little breakdown of things to come. Support his channel. One of the legends in my eyes of battle rap media, man. He deserves his flowers immediately. All right. So that's it. And as always, keep battle rap love.